What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to talk about tips that you need to know in order for you to succeed in College Ultimate Team. For starters, you need to know if you're going to be a no money spent team or if you're going to put more money into the game to be able to purchase packs and be able to get those players. That's the number one thing that you need to decide early on, because depending on what you decide is how your trajectory is going to turn out. Not to say that you can't play no money spent. It's just it's going to be a little bit more harder and it's going to take a little bit more time as opposed to putting money in the game. You could get certain things quicker and being able to get more coins quicker and be able to get cards and players more faster. The next thing I want to talk about is your chemistries. As we know, in College Ultimate Team, every single card is going to be able to get any single team chemistry. But the reason why I mention that is because you want to be able to get those boosts from the team chemistries as much as you can, because you're going to be able to put any single team chemistry, such as, for example, I'm going to pick Texas for every single card on my team. So I want to be able to get that Texas chemistry as quickly as possible so I could get those boosts so they could help me and give me a slight edge over the computer or over an opponent online. But I think more importantly, what's going to be more important this year is the scheme chemistries. We don't necessarily know how much those are going to be impacting the game, but what we do know is that those scheme chemistries, whether it be a pistol or a spread, those are also going to give us boosts. And I think personally that this year, scheme chemistries is going to be the way to go, and scheme chemistries are going to be way more important than the team chemistries, because if we're being honest, the team chemistries kind of got neutered this year. Nothing wrong with team chemistries, it's just you're not going to be able to run your traditional theme teams, if you will. But again, nothing is stopping you from running a traditional theme team. Like, there's nobody stopping you from building an all Alabama team. But if you did want to have Alabama chemistry, you could plug in any player and put in Alabama chemistry, but nobody is stopping you from running an Alabama theme team. But I think scheme chemistries are going to be way more important this year than team chemistries. The next thing I want to talk about what to do with your College Ultimate Team points. If you pre-ordered the game, you're going to be receiving College Ultimate Team points, and how you spend them is ultimately up to you. All I'm going to tell you is how I would personally spend my College Ultimate Team points, because if I remember correctly, you're getting 4,800 points, and what you do with them is again up to you. But in my opinion, the best ways in order for you to be spending your points is either going through the store and going and seeing if there's any special offers, which I anticipate that there will be, because every single year at the start of every Madden, for example, there's always a special welcome offer for you to be able to buy, and that usually is it's okay. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. But if you don't want to spend your points on special offers, and the next thing I recommend you spending your points on in is platinum packs. I'd anticipate there be some sort of platinum pack in College Football 25. And if you don't want to buy the special offers, buy the platinum packs because of the coins. Coin is king early on, and you want to get as much coins as possible, as quickly as possible early on, because that usually kind of sets your tone for the next like couple of weeks and months. So it's very important to be able to get those coins. But if you don't want to spend your points on special offers or on platinum packs, there is one more option you could go down. Now, if you don't want to spend your points on special offers or on platinum packs, the last thing I could recommend you do is buying yourself a starter team. Now, if you don't want to spend your points on special offers or on platinum packs, the last thing I could recommend you spending your points on is starter teams. Buying a starter team is not a bad idea because it gives you a competitive advantage over people online, and versus the computer, it'll help you knock out those solo challenges more quickly, or even solo seasons, which is new to the College Ultimate Team, and I'd assume those are also going to be integrated into Madden Ultimate Team. but it'll give you a competitive advantage. But the thing I will say is that once the game and more people are playing the game and more content gets released into the game, your starter team cards will get outdated and your cards are B&D, so you kind of either don't use them no more or they get replaced and you can't do nothing with them. So that's the only thing I would say about starter teams is nothing wrong with them, but they do get outdated pretty quickly early on. Now, quickly, I do want to talk about the field pass because we do know there is going to be a field pass in College Ultimate Team, and I recommend you trying to get as far out as possible in your field pass because the field pass, if we at least take the Madden field pass for example, it gives out some pretty decent rewards. Getting coins and packs and even players is going to be very important for you to be able to get all of those things so you could start building your team and building your coin stack so you could either start building sets or buy players or even just saving coins for now until something better comes out. But please remember to knock out your dailies every single day or any objectives for you in order for you to be able to knock out the field pass as quickly as possible or progress through the field pass as quickly as possible because getting those cards early and as quickly as possible and getting all of those rewards is going to be very important early on. So please do your objectives and don't forget to do your dailies. Now, there is going to be house rules to start off College Ultimate Team, and I'm very happy that EA is putting in college overtime as the house rules as opposed to any of the other house rules. I'm really happy that it's college overtime because it's such an easy, fun house rules to play. I just hope that they make it very, or not very easy. I just hope that they make it obtainable for us to be able to obtain those rewards. But the same thing with the house rules pass. Please go through it as quickly as possible, or and I hope that they don't make it incredibly hard, like getting 100 wins. I hope it's like 30 wins for us to be able to reach the max rewards because even the house rules rewards are pretty good. But more so with the house rules, it gives us more of a feel of the game, and that's what we need early on because we know that this game is going to be pretty fast. So as the quicker we learn how to play the game with this fast pace, the quicker we'll adjust to this game and be able to succeed in it. So and succeed online at that. So please go through the house rules and knock out your house rules and get those rewards and get a better feel of the game as you progress through your journey in College Ultimate Team. Now, I want to also talk about the solo challenges real quick because EA did say there's going to be about 100 solo challenges or more potentially. I do want to say that I, in order for you to knock out those solo challenges, it's going to be pretty easy for the most part. The only thing I'm going to say is that whenever you boot up the game and you're getting your pre-order bonuses, don't don't lock yourself to a quarterback. Definitely get a receiver and potentially a running back, but I'd say probably just buy a running back early on and then use one of your receivers as from the pre-order bonuses, but don't lock yourself down to a quarterback. All you really need in order for you to knock out these solo challenges is a receiver and a running back because I'd assume they're going to give you objectives like rush the ball for 10 yards or gain 30 passing yards. So get a receiver and a running back. Don't buy a quarterback or don't tie yourself down to a quarterback. You only really need a quarterback, running back, and receiver. On defense, it'll take care of itself. Um, on defense, just hope that the computer is pretty dumb early on and we can knock out those solos pretty easily. Now, the last thing I want to talk about cards in the auction block. Going back to my first point when I first started talking is that if you decide that you're going to be spending money in the game, everything that you pull, you should for the most part be posting it on the auction block. I'm specifically talking more so on your lower golds, your middle tier golds, and your lower elites potentially, because early on, people don't have coins. Everybody is at an even playing field, which there's nobody with an advantage aside from the people who got the game early, but those are usually just Madden creators or YouTubers. So there's a pretty even playing field for the most part. But whenever if you do pull like an upper tier elite card, I recommend you holding on to that card on the first day. Let it sit for a couple of days in your binder, use him or however you want to do with him. But don't sell him on the first day because on the first day nobody has coins, and if you post them on the first day, you're probably gonna get not screwed over, but you're gonna sell them at a very low price. And when if you could have waited, say a couple like 2 or 3 days, you could have probably gotten his max value because every year in Madden, the starter cards are usually so expensive, and then after a couple weeks they start coming down. But on the first day is when they're pretty low because nobody has coins to buy those cards, and then once people start gaining those coins, that's when the cards start going up. So again, when it comes to like pulling cards, sell all your lower and middle tier golds. Probably keep the high golds because I'd assume there's going to be a set or something that's coming that requires us to use high golds. And then your higher tier elites, hold on to those for like the first day or two and then give it a couple days and then sell them is the course of action that I would take. You could also do like investments if you want, but that's we don't necessarily know the economy of College Ultimate Team yet, so that's a wait and see for now. But guys, we're only a day away from being able to play College Football 25, and I cannot be more excited. I can't wait for this game to finally get here, and I can't wait for the college football season to finally get here in a couple weeks. I'm so excited. I can't wait to play this game and watch a bunch of college football with everybody. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button as I look forward to growing this channel throughout football season and beyond. Until next time, hook 'em.